People were saying, yo, Fanum got kicked out of AMP. You know what I mean? That's all I'ma say, bro. I built this shit brick by brick, bro. I could never get kicked out.
Fanum says he's been kicked out of AMP and that they sold their souls. And Kai was just at the Met Gala, and don't nobody know what be going on in there. We know it's some Illuminati.
What? Oh no, bro. You really try to pull a Diddy? Oh guys, welcome to another video, another reaction. You know what it is? Damn, my hair like is crazy, bro. Today we're here to react to another video. Today we're here to react to Fanum finally breaks the silence on Cenat. This video is by More Black Balloon. So yeah, we're about to react to that. If you guys are ready, I know. Yeah, we have videos every Friday. So yeah, let's dig in.
What is going on with y'all, man? It is Black Balloon, and I'm coming back with another video, man. So y'all already know what's going on. All right, y'all. Now, check this out, right? I was watching some clips from Fanum's most recent stream. Now, I don't think he's been streaming lately. I'm not sure. I don't really keep up with him. But usually I'll see something.
So off the bat, we're getting some I'm not sure information. Alright.
Come across my page if he's been active and streaming. So seems like he had a lot to say on this most recent stream, right? And even under the comments of a lot of the clips, you know, people will start posting a bunch of different clips from the stream just so you can get the message and not have to watch the whole thing. A lot of people is like, he's been talking it.
And again, bro, I'm gonna tell what's this, like, we cannot base entire video on a clips. Like, clips are not a trustworthy information source. So we're gonna take this video with a grain of salt, all right?
And code ever since Cenat started this new journey of, you know, being more of a creator into fashion, so on and so on, the stuff that we've been talking about, you know, ever since he started. Now, there was one clip in particular that was really interesting. And he basically talked about the industry, you know, as far as streaming goes. He talked about there being a streamer who is actually a spy, you know, meant to clock and infiltrate and watch the things that's going on. Now, the other clip that I really want to show y'all, he talked about kind of like how they fix up the person that they want to really push, and they turn him into, you know, this idea for people. He talked about it as in like there's still slave masters in this time. You know, you could tell he was really trying to word what he was saying. He didn't want to say it too direct. I mean, obviously, he has a big platform. Still been a bunch of rumor with him about leaving AMP for a long time, saying that the other guys sold their soul and so on.
People were saying, yo, Fanum got kicked out of AMP. You know what I mean? That's all I'ma say, bro. I built this shit brick by brick, bro. I could never get kicked out.
Fanum says he's been kicked out of AMP and that they sold their souls. And Kai was just at the Met Gala, and don't nobody know what be going on in there. We know it's some Illuminati.
What? Oh no, bro. You really try to pull a Diddy? You really try to pull a Diddy? Oh, what? This is so weird, bro. The more I'm getting like spiritual, you know, like I guess getting notion around like what's going on, all this Epstein shit, whatever. Just realize that like the darker forces, once you obtain a level of influence, you transcend, but not in the like magical matter, bro. Physically, I guess, but like you transcend, so they pull you towards them, bro. It's crazy. What the fuck? Nah, bro. I mean, I guess you got connects and shit, but like the kind of people that be associated with this kind of shit, most of them know. You know what? Let me watch the video.
Stuff because they only show us the outside. They never show us what goes on inside. And Fanum, who is one of the original members, one of the founders of AMP, he said they sold, they mad I won't do it. And maybe the Fanum tax done got too high, man. He might have been taking full meals from people. Who knows? And he could be trolling. This could all be like a setup. They could just be making a play on this. You know what I'm saying? Dude didn't say it's fake news, but it's not like, you know what I'm saying, they're together on this at all. So, and he has been posting some cryptic stuff for the past month. And I hope they trolling. I hope this is all a joke. But anytime you get to the level that Kai is going to, there's going to cause problems because now the money, even though they was making millions before, he could be making multi-million dollars. They, you know what I'm saying? The level that he is going to, the people that he's rubbing shoulders with, and you know what I'm saying, getting access to, Fanum may not be cool with that. And the rest of the AMP crew, they might be like, yo, it's more money, we gonna be down with it.
I just feel like, I don't know, Fanum is not, you know, on the internet or in front of the cameras as much as some of the other ones are, especially like Duke Dennis, Agent. But Rolling Stone literally called AMP the biggest streamers in the world. So, you know, they have took this thing global, Fanum being one
Crazy, bro.
of the creators or the...
And yeah, I was like starting to do streams, but since my Wi-Fi is shit now, like, bro, I'm struggling to record this video. You guys, like, you know me, bro. I can't let you guys starve, so I gotta record this shit, you know. But like my Wi-Fi right now is horrible. Just to get this video loading, bro, I gotta use my iPhone Wi-Fi. This house Wi-Fi is ass.
founders of the group. If I'm not mistaken, he was the founder, or at least the co-founder of AMP. So that's just to give y'all a little small background on Fanum. A lot of y'all know who he is. But with that being said, without me doing too much talking in this intro, y'all, let's just go ahead and get into this clip. Thought it was pretty interesting. Check this out.
I have a theory that slave masters still exist, just not in the way you would think a slave master would exist. So they still operate in today's age, just differently. So they
And you know what? Some niggas will watch this videos, this clip, and they gotta be like, yo, watch this conspiracy theorist. No, bro, it's reality, bro. Like, if you're in 2026 and you hear some shit like this and you call it conspiracy, you're fucked in the head. Anyways.
still have cattle because they never considered you a person because you're a property. So you see what I'm saying?
Bro, the same way military people go to war and the country doesn't care about them, just care, oh, we lost this many men, but they don't consider they got family and shit. Like 2026 people die, it's like, damn. Like, people don't feel like the person actually died, bro. They just feel like, damn. Like, you know, I heard this from a YouTuber. Like, in 2026, Gen Z, anybody, bro, Gen Z, whatever people, they're so concerned with their opinions and their own belly that when I feel like when something happens to somebody else, they be like, you know what? You know the feeling when you just got some fuck. I don't know, your homie failed at like passing the driving license thing, and you're like, it's not with you, and you're like, damn, you failed. You know, don't really, like, most people don't really feel like, damn, this person really died. That's an actual human being. You know what I mean? And this is happening in the world. People feel like affected, like they don't. You know what I mean, bro? And you know why? Because this shit been boiled down by the movies, bro. This shit been boiled down by the media, too many. Like, you see this, the overexposure to this kind of shits, kind of desensitizes people, bro. And this is what really happening. And believe it or not, this shit is fucking bad. Yeah.
Well, they literally grab their best pieces of property, right? Whatever they consider their best one.
Yep.
They pump that nigga up nice, package him nice, and they move whatever they want to move through that channel. That's how it
That
works.
person, yeah. So what basically what Fanum is saying, and it's very true, is it's the thing I told you, bro. The devil, believe it or not, bro. Yo, if this world exists, like this gotta be the devil, bro. If the devil exists, they gotta be God. And guess what, bro? Believe it or not, or whether you're religious or not, the Bible says this world belongs to the devil. This is the devil's world. Earth is devil's. Although God has influence in it and has power over the devil, this world belongs to the devil. And it also belongs to humans. But as a kid, us humans, emotional, intellectual, whatever you want to call it, we get influenced by stuff, things like, oh, damn, that girl just passed by. Oh, damn, I just got like 5 bands. That's the devil's influence. And you might think, no, it's not. You're gonna feel it, bro. You ever got that feeling when like somebody's looking at you and then you look at them and they were actually looking at you? I know that sounds crazy. Or like you stare at somebody thinking of them and just you staring at them and you be like, look at me. And they look at you. That's just not instinctual, bro. That's not just instinct. That's like connections, like mental connection. I know this shit sounds crazy, but science itself explains it. This doesn't exist. You know, like we touching each other. Like, oh, I'm touching my hand, but the atoms are actually not touching. They're just repelling themselves. So that feels like touch. You know, just the connection between atoms. So what's you to say that we can't have mental connection to other people? We may not know what's going on in their head. We may have a feel. We have some perception of something. Like the more you study, the more you understand. But it's very true that by the fact that the world is mostly like science and shit, and yeah, bro, it's totally possible, bro, because the air is it's all fucking atoms, bro. And who's you to tell that the cognitive thinking we're having right now is just not atoms interacting with each other and having this all reality and stuff, bro. So yes, telepathy as in fictional, like, oh, I can lift up with my hand. Maybe it may not work in the sense of what we think of like sci-fi and shit, but it does exist. Yeah, it does exist in a certain way. So all of that bullshit to say, if you're owner of the sheep, like was it pastor? Yeah, if you're a pastor and you see a sheep and you see the other sheep following it, and you want the pack to follow you. So what are you gonna use? The sheep leader. Think about it, bro. Easy. It's just nature, bro. Humans replicate nature. And this is just facts. So the same way Cenat is just blowing up and trying to do things and he's became the #1, it's the same way somebody will like, you know what? Maybe if I take this nigga upon me, give him some money, and then make him follow my point of view, I can get people to do what I want to do. And you might think it just comes from up to bottom, but on the top part, there's another top part that's doing exactly the same and passes on down. And guess what? Once you're a branch and the top is linked to you, you're gonna get connected. But the problem here is they might get a apportionment result, and but they can't get the full result because we're humans and free will change a lot of stuff. Anyways,
They move it through the channel. They, to me, I think they is the elites. That's what I think. Right? They have a system.
you might call this shit crazy.
This system they got, bro. They got like
you would be the craziest person in this world to not believe there's a hierarchy system. Yeah, bro, you'd be insane to think there's not a hierarchy system, bro, because Yeah, bro. Come on, we got governments, we got presidents. What's above the presidents? Well, I think there's nothing above the presidents, but there is.
Like mad drops, right? But they got like it's almost like an army, right? And they just move. And they move niggas. They go here, you go here, you go there, you go here.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I feel like, and I know I'm not tripping, but they gonna try to make it seem like I'm tripping. But I'm not tripping. Every industry has to get consumed.
Mm-hmm.
They have to get consumed.
Yeah.
Because you gotta live under the system. If you don't live under the system, nigga. So what we seeing now, what we seeing is people.
Bro, why didn't they cut the sports, bro? The silent shit.
They got them. Nigga, we're not even on Earth, gang. Aliens are real. They exist.
That. Yeah, I believe you.
Okay. But they won't make contact with us.
Now, a lot of these comments are really interesting to read through because people can see.
Yo, and you know what? I'm getting shivers. And it's not even because the window's open and it's cold. Because I watched this nigga, Credo Mutua. I don't know if you guys been on the internet long enough to hear about this. Bro, but I watched this 9-hour podcast interview, bro. This shit was like crazy. And guess what? I watched this shit. Next year or a few months after, the things that nigga was talking about have been resumed. And guess what it was? Epstein Files. It was not directly Epstein Files, but he talked about, the people who are in control and seek power consume, do vile things to obtain eternal life. And guess what their things are? Yeah. Eating pizzas and burgers. You know what I mean? If you've seen the Epstein videos, whatever. Anyways.
What he's talking about. And you know what's crazy about this whole thing, right? I don't think a lot of people realize.
You know what, bro? It's okay. Just like, it's okay because it's the way life is built. Although I must say, bro, we're all free to do something. That's what I'm saying. We're all free to do something, right? Like, if you want to be one of those people, you can be one of those people. And if you have the energy to block that thing out of your life, you can do it. But yeah, bro, if you're trying to be the hero, go ahead, bro. But you gotta be very disclosed. Yeah, whatever. I was wasting anyway. I'm getting into my head.
We witness streamers, certain streamers, or even the ones that aren't as known. We witness this become in itself like a whole industry, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of young guys stream, a lot of older guys are trying to get into it, follow the wave, make their own money. We witness like a branch of creativity and streaming. You get people who make videos like YouTubers like myself, short form content creators that just make TikTok videos. Then it branched all the way out to just streaming, sitting down, being obnoxious, doing anything for views, clip farming, whatever you want to call it. But what I'm trying to say is it created basically an entire different lane, almost a whole industry in itself, the streaming industry.
That's crazy. They used Kevin Hart to get Cenat. That's crazy, bro.
They have an award show, and we also witnessed it get infiltrated. We also witnessed it start to become a little bit more dark. Each time, some kind of celebrity made a big appearance on these streams, especially with Cenat. I mean, Kai has gotten so famous and so known for it because they literally used his platform to infiltrate it. A lot of this stuff was untapped. Aiden Ross as well, but we know he working for them directly. I mean, he's fluish. And what we really witnessed this, and I don't think a lot of people really think about it. We also saw it get took over. You know what I'm saying? It's like we saw them damn near do a coup. Like the industry said, hell no, y'all making too much money.
Oh,
We need to get into this.
And that's the thing with the y'all not getting this shit yet, bro. The government, even though if it's not there or whatever, the government always wants to control the money you make. And this is the way, bro.
This streaming world. We need to get the biggest streamer out of the way. Let's pull him out of the entire equation. We got to figure something out to tap into this Kick money, this Twitch money, whatever. We literally witnessed them take over that industry, y'all. And this is kind of like what he's talking about. You know, he's talking about Kai low-key, and then at the same time talking about everything. Like one of the comments says he's talking about capitalism. You know, it said, y'all peep how Fanum don't even collab with other streamers, and he don't even be in LA. That was what I was saying earlier. He's really kind of low-key with it. Somebody said, where's that comment? Somebody said he's talking about Kai, but he's just talking in code. He stepped away because they got his mans. He's literally talking about Kai. He missed his friend. I mean, he might just miss the way that it was. These guys come from YouTube. Duke Dennis, Agent, bro, they were 2K video YouTubers and now have entered an entirely different world because of streaming. Somebody said he just figured it out. He realized he lost his friend. Somebody said, Lord, protect him. It's crazy because the way that he's talking, you can tell he definitely has really come to a realization of what is going on and how everything is just controlled.
Yeah, I think I'm a clone. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. If I got cloned, I would definitely.
The crazy thing about... Oh shit, the camera stopped. Anyways, you know, the crazy thing about self-realization is you start doubting yourself, start questioning your existence. Whether you're a clone or whatever. This is the point, bro. It's what they're trying to do, confuse you. It's like gaslight. They gaslight you. And somebody might come and go on my head and say, oh, this nigga's crazy. But no. Just thinking. And think about the fact that there's no philosophers, like there's no philosophy after like it's a few certain years. And if there is, you know, yeah, it's like, oh, you're asking too many questions. So at what point it becomes asking too many questions? You know what I mean? She'll start messing with the government's money, bro.
Definitely be
Government. Feels like a fucking play.
You're right. If I got cloned, I did right. Because that means, because if I got cloned, that means I was saying real shit. I was saying some real shit, and it was like, nigga, shut up. You can't kill a clone, because there's always going to be another one, bro. Think about it. It's a clone. So even if you kill the clone, they just going to pump the other one out. The only way to kill the clone is you'd have to kill the source. Somebody said in public. That's a good point. They can't kill the original, gang. They can't kill the original because if you kill the original, when you need to spawn new ones in case your clone dies, you need the original. So the original, so I will be in like a prison or something. I'ma say it. There's streamers that are spies, my nigga. I don't know who it is. I don't know who it is.
You felt that shit?
But there's at least one streamer that's a spy, my nigga.
Nah, for sure. For sure.
At least one.
Sure.
gonna say no names, but there's at least one streamer that's a spy.
For
Confirm.
sure.
There has to be.
Sure, but there has to be.
Now it's up to y'all
too much sense, bro.
to figure that shit out. But there gotta be at least one streamer that's a spy. Confirmed. Mm-hmm. Oh, it ain't me. It ain't me. I'm telling you, bro. Yo, hey, listen, y'all. Just stay tagged, my nigga. Just stay tagged out there, dude. Mm-hmm. Yo, this is crazy, bro. This shit get deep, bro. This shit get deep fast, gang.
Shit did get deep.
I'm gonna try to figure this shit out for y'all niggas. Word to my mother, I'm gonna try to figure this shit out for y'all. If anything happens to me, bro, look, bro. If anything happens to me, my nigga, real shit, we gonna have the latest funeral, nigga, in New York City, gang. My shit gonna be in the Bronx. I want everybody to come through. You feel me?
Nah.
Wear troop merch when you come through, nigga. We finna get to the bottom of this shit.
He said that there's at least one streamer that's a spy. Mm-hmm. I mean, really, Kai has already invited so many people from the industry onto his streams that they were basically infiltrating and spying themselves. Especially Kevin Hart. He would be, the most frequent guest with Drewski on Kai's streams. But since Fanum said he knows that there's one streamer in particular that is a spy, I think it's Neon or Aiden Ross. Why? Aiden, we already know. He kind of like, you could almost say Aiden done entered like gatekeeper status amongst streamers. You do a stream with him, you pretty much getting on. Same with the stuff with Charleston. They was trying to introduce him to a bunch of, zesty stuff, doing all the gay stuff on stream. I think it's Aiden or possibly Neon. You know what I'm saying? One of the ones that we always see. And but the thing is, you'd have to ask yourself, what are they spying on? What's so important, or who is so important that they got somebody keeping tabs on what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Who are they really trying to get to? Could be Blackboy Max. I mean, he's signed to a label. I think he was the first streamer to actually sign to a label. I think it was Atlantic Records, right? I don't know. I think that's an interesting conversation.
But what is spying on him for?
Because someone is being used to keep an eye on things. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, what? What are they actually being used for? What are they there to watch? If Fanum feels like one of these guys are spies amongst a community, what are they being used for? What are they spying on? Who are they spying on? Why? Who sent them? You know what I'm saying? That was kind of like my point I was talking about halfway through the video. It's like we really witnessed this become something that Hollywood is trying to take over. I don't know. I just think it's interesting. And it'll be interesting to continue to see where streaming goes, considering, they're like now trying to make Rakai like the new Cenat, because Rakai was the only one that was allowed to stream at the recent, I forget what that was. It was either like an award show or some kind of show event they had. And he was the only big streamer that was allowed to stream. They were giving him the treatment that they would usually give Cenat. And Rakai is very young. And we all know, he's basically influencing millions of kids.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I thought it was interesting to go ahead and play these clips for y'all. Fanum from AMP, recent live stream, getting into a lot of the topics, even the clone stuff as well. So y'all let
This
me know
shit
what y'all think
crazy,
about
bro.
this one. That being said, it's Black Balloon, and I'm gonna see y'all soon, all right? I'm out.
Yeah, but this shit is crazy, man. Hey, but like, holy shit. Hey, oh my god. But let me know what you guys think. That video was insane. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That shit was too much. Like, too much for. We got some swerve. Too much info, bro. Like, yeah. There's no doubt, bro. So for the truth to come out, let's see what's gonna happen to Fanum in a few months, maybe summer. Let's see what's gonna happen. If something happens to him, got this theory confirmed. But that was it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Next week, Friday, we got another video. Let me know what you guys want me to play. All right. See you guys next time. Bye.